Hey everyone, so last night I watched season 3 of Westworld. For those of you who don't know, Westworld is easily one of my favorite shows. I've been a huge fan since the series started. I even do guilty pleasure wise, but I do like the movie from the 70s, but I think it's just an absolutely amazing series, and season 3 starts off amazing. The name of the episode is Parce Domine, and basically what that means is spare your people, Lord. And it does definitely bring some meaning into this episode. I won't go into spoiler territory, but it mostly relates kind of to Dolores' theme and the whole theme of the AIs coming into the new world. But this feels like a completely brand new show. It's a huge breath of fresh air, and I think it's just ripe with potential. But without further ado, let's get into talking about season 3 episode 1 of Westworld. So yeah, as I was saying, like, this looks and feels like a brand new show bringing it into the new world. It kind of more feels like where the first 2 seasons were when are we, this season kind of or the first episode at least feels like a more of a when are we scenario. And it just looks beautiful, the new world that they in. I think it's fully realized, and there's so much potential and so much story potential that they could dive into. It's a really cool world, especially Los Angeles is kind of mainly where they show in this episode, and just the whole sci-fi take on it feels so cool, and I love it, and I love the world that they're starting to build. They've always done an amazing job with the different theme parks, and now they're doing an amazing job actually showing us what the world looks like. And the one thing too that I really like is even too, the same themes from the first 2 series are still woven into this new world in Los Angeles. And I can't wait to see how like they further start to weave everything into this new world, because the systems are still pretty similar that are in place, but this time we get people, and like it's fully realized people, especially Aaron Paul's new character. I'll kind of get into the system a little more that they live in, but it's really going to tie well into Dolores's whole storyline and her motive, and I'm just so excited to see it all. It was just, like I said, a breath of fresh air, and I loved seeing just even the first few glimpses of potential that we're going to get from this new world. I will mention too, really quickly, that there is another theme park that they show. You're gonna have to stick around because it's in the form of an after credits scene, so let the credits roll, watch it. I'm not gonna go into it in spoiler territory, but I think we have the potential to see maybe a few more parks in this episode, but the after credit scene in this episode is really, really cool, so definitely stick around. It's definitely too a lot more straightforward storytelling this time around, instead of like intricately weaving you, making you think one thing is going to happen. Like, of course there still is a lot of kind of things throwing you off. It's still like really tough to predict what's going to happen. Like I said, it's just more straightforward storytelling, this, or at least from this episode. The new characters that they have are really engaging, and I think the storytelling too is just going to be a little more entertaining, kind of hook and sinker more. It definitely does make you think a lot, and when they get more into the AI that this new world has created, and how humans, even in our own world, we still heavily rely on AIs almost as slaves, I think we're going to still get lots of really amazing conversations and dialogue in this form. And like I said too, weaving everything into Dolores' storyline a lot is Aaron Paul's character, who I think is going to be a great addition. It's really cool kind of seeing him go around his world where, of course, like, we've only seen humans in a high class so far in this scenario, where we see people who just love to control things and have things in their control, where Aaron Paul is kind of like your normal everyday guy, where he's fighting to survive. He has his mom who's in the hospital. He can barely afford to pay off bills. He's looking for a bunch of new work, but he can't find it. And even too, one thing that I thought was really, really cool is even crime is like a gig economy in this world that they have, where he it's kind of funny. Kid Cudi and Marshawn Lynch are in this episode, but Aaron Paul, one thing he does after he's done working at night, there's this app that he has, and basically it's like, I think the best way to describe it is like an Uber for crime, where you can, depending on the severity of the crime, you get paid more and more, and it's just an easy way to make cash, or as they call it, make money, motherfucker. And it, like I said, it's even crime is monetized and controlled in this world, and it's really cool. Like I said, it's just going to be really cool to have everything tie in, and we're going to have almost like the breakout of Westworld and the AIs going out of Westworld, but even a bigger revolution, a social revolution this time around, I think is what they're building towards. And I just can't wait to see that go down. I think it's going to be crazy the scale that they're going to have it on. As always, Dolores is a standout. She has a really amazing storyline that they set up this time around, and she is powerful, and I can't wait to see just how she builds up her resources and goes to essentially take over this world and gain freedom for the AIs. There's also true, Bernard has a cool duality storyline. I don't want to get into it too much, but he's fighting with who he was created to be and who he thought he was in season 1, and it's just going to be really cool to see him kind of fight himself to find himself. There's some other characters too that they bring in this time around, but yeah, Dolores is a menace. I can't wait to see her unfold her plan, especially with all the memory cores that she has now. It's going to be amazing to see her take over and how she's going to do it, and how Aaron Paul is going to come into it. I'm wondering if there's going to be some betrayal in there, but that's going to be saved for further episodes to come down the line. But yeah, I want the season, like the whole season now. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, even all the filming in this feels very fresh too. There's one fight scene near the end of the episode with Dolores, which is just it's choreographed so well, especially the scenes where she's driving. It was really cool to watch, and they definitely have some really good direction coming this season. And even to Aaron Paul with his kind of like petty crime schemes that he goes on is filmed very well. Everything is paced really awesome, and just the montages that they create are really fun to watch. There's definitely an emphasis on character development in each frame and each scene, each piece of dialogue, which the series has always done. But like I said, everything just feels very new and fresh this season. And it's just a breath of fresh air that is really working for the show so far, and it just gets me so excited for the rest of the season. I thought this was an amazing first episode for a season, especially too, like I said, it feels like a brand new show, but not in a bad way at all. It's still Westworld, and you still get all the characters, and I'm just so excited for this show, especially to Bernard. If there's any, through Bernard's storyline, we're definitely going to get some answers to unanswered questions from the first couple of seasons. I'm not going to spoil, but I'm really excited for his storyline. Everyone they're setting up very well. But yeah, I'm super excited, and let me know what you guys thought about the first episode of Westworld, what you're excited to see, if you have any theories about where this season is going to take us. But yeah, as always, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Check out the rest of my channel and my TV reviews through my playlist below. But yeah, awesome guys. I'm so excited for the rest of the season. It's going to be amazing, and just with the breath of fresh air they left us, it's full of potential, and I'm so excited.